But what we're gonna do tonight is something that was suggested on Twitter. There was a few good suggestions. I need to read through all the replies. There were a lot of replies, but somebody said Los fiction, the best fan fiction, wins 100. Now I told you guys I wanted to try some random different things, so listen, I'm not expecting this to go well. I'm not. I'm just letting you guys know my expectations are very low. If you don't know what a fan fiction is, it's basically somebody writes a story about like a certain person or character or something they're a fan of, whatever. It's basically a script. Yeah, it could get very weird. It gets erotic. So listen, there might be weird stories, but you know, the incentive is you write a good funny story, and it doesn't need to be paragraphs. It could be like just one paragraph, which is like 5 sentences, or it could be long. It doesn't matter. But the incentive is you write the funniest one, you write a funny one, you win $100, and we'll have top 3 prizes. So we'll have 100, we'll have 50, and we'll have like 25. How long should we give people? Like a half hour? Like 30 minutes? We do 45. That's your time. That is your time. All right, this first one is from Abel Luna. It's just titled fanfic. So here we go. Los Polos sat in the suite he shared with his friend Raph on the 23rd floor of the Hollywood suite. It was raining outside and their friend Chenzo was in the bathroom, combing his hair on his petite body, getting ready for the fun night they had planned. Raph had left a while ago before it rained. Lewis had tried to warn him that the forecast said it was going to rain, but Raph ignored Lewis, telling him that it was sunny outside. Lewis looked over at the door and smirked when Raph walked in, soaked from head to toe as he sat his down by the door. I told you you'd get wet, Lewis said as he got up and handed a towel to his shivering friend. Raph just forced a smile and mocked a laugh as he started to dry himself off. Raph sure does look pretty hot when he's wet, Lewis thought to himself as he sat down on the couch and continued to watch TV. What in the fuck, bro? Lewis had come out to Raph and Chenzo. Dude, Abel, what the fuck is this? Listen, come out to Raph and Chenzo a couple of months ago and told him that he was gay. He knew Chenzo, being the bisexual he was, would pretty much accept him. The person who surprised him, however, was his own best friend Raph. Lewis had expected Raph to just laugh and tease him in a cruel way from that point on, but he didn't. Raph just told Lewis that he was still his best friend, gay or straight. Dude. Raph did tease Lewis a little bit because teasing was in the job description of being a best friend. It was in fun and joking manner. The one thing Raph didn't know though was that the boy Lewis had fallen badly for him. The boy Lewis had fallen badly for was him. Raph had dried himself off and looked at the television, about to sit down before he stopped and looked at himself. You know what? Maybe I should change into something dry first. Lewis smiled and nodded in agreement as he watched Raph walk into his bedroom, peeling his shirt off. Lewis let out a sigh and turned back the TV. If only he knew, Lewis said to himself as he tugged his deformed hog. Okay. Abel, not only... Okay, first of all, I think I have to unmod him. I'm not kidding. Like, I think this is literally deserving of an unmod. I think this is actually deserving of an unmod. All right, next one is from Calvin. The story of Los Polos, LeBron James #1 fan. The story of LosPollosTV, LeBron James #1 fan. It was a crisp autumn morning in the James house. LeBron woke up with the sweetest morning wood ever. He looked at his phone and noticed he had an Instagram DM from somebody named Los Polos IG. The DM read as followed. Yo, Bron, big fan. I'm Los Polos. I have cream on my dick. I wanted to tell you something. I don't know how to express this, but I will try my best. I love you. You are the best player I've ever seen. I don't care that your last finals win was a Lee Mickey Mouse ring. You are still the GOAT. I'm here to inform you that I have left New Jersey to come to you. I had a lengthy conversation with my stepsis and she ended up breaking up with me over this, but I don't care. My brother Jake, Wooks and Boobahs in chat, has come along with me. I have been talking to your son Bronny and he has given me your location. I look forward to meeting you, Mr. James. Peace out, homie doggy dog. What the fuck is this guy on, bruh? Says LeBron. What are you talking about, Dad? Bronny says. Some weirdo says he's flying out from Jersey to come see me. He also said something about you giving our address or something. Bronny's stomach dropped. Oh shit. That fat fuck really followed through on that? What a fucking psycho. Meanwhile, at the Polos house, Los in his room scrolling through his Instagram. I wonder if LeBron saw my DM. What the fuck? Jake runs in. What? LeBron saw my DM. Los responds, you know what this means, right? No. Juke responds, we're going to LA. Take Me Back to LA by The Weeknd plays. Title of story appears on screen while a camera pans over Los Angeles. What the fuck am I reading right now, bro? What the fuck am I reading? Back in the Polos house. I'm not going to LA with you, Los, Jake says. We have to, Jake. It's the only way I can meet my favorite NBA player, LeMickey James. Los and Jake get in the car, which Los is given the name the Tubmobile, and ask their GPS for directions to LA. Hey, before we go, can we stop at Burger King? Los asks. All right, this is getting ridiculous, bro. God damn it, you fat fuck. Jake whispers under his breath. All right, fine. Jake is driving to Burger King while suddenly a loud noise scares both of them. Jake, what the fuck was that? I don't know, Jake says. They get out and Los notices a big blood stain in front of the car. Jake, what the fuck? You just got blood all over the fucking Tubmobile. Lewis, Jake says hesitantly. Yeah? Jake points to the ground where he sees a dead deer. I'm sorry, I didn't. Jake, you hit a deer with my fucking car. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Jesus fuck, Jake, it's gonna be 300. That's gotta be 300 pounds. How the fuck did you not see it? Yeah, you know what 300 pounds looks like, wouldn't you, Jake? What the fuck is this, bro? What's that supposed to mean? Los asks. Nothing. Let's just get back on the road. They go to Burger King and Los orders the usual. 7 number 12s, 4 number 1s, 5 Diet Cokes, 3 Diet Pepsis, 2 regular Pepsis, and a small fry. Let's get the show on the road, Los says, while finishing his 3rd number 12 before Jake has even left the drive-thru. A long while later, Los and Jake are almost to LA. It's been a long drive, but in Los's eyes, it's all worth it. Anything to meet JJ Barea's son, LeBron James. Dude, whoever wrote this is a piece of shit. Like, there's no way around this. Like, you're an actual asshole. There it is, Los says. LeBron's home. Wow, it's pretty big, Jake said. I bet that's not the only big thing he owns, Los replies. Ayo, Jake says. Los is obviously wildin'. What the fuck is wrong with him? Can we get some L Los in the chat? God damn. Okay, anyway, Los and Jake walk up to the gates. They're 8 feet tall, almost double Los's height. This is literally just an excuse to talk shit about me. This is literally what this is. I'm going in, Los yells. He climbs the gates and walks the path to get to LeBron's door. Knock, knock, knock. Who the fuck is that? LeBron says. LeBron opens the door, but he doesn't see anything. He looks around, but there's no one in sight. Man, stupid ass kids always playing that ding dong ditch. I ought to whoop their ass like JJ Barea whooped my ass in the NBA Finals. Hello, 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 Los squeaks. What the fuck? Who the hell are you? LeBron asked. Don't be #lame, LeBron. It's me, Los Polos. You know the chicken man. Oh, you that guy who was coming to meet me in the IGDM? Yup, that's me. All right, what do you want, autograph or something? Actually, Mr. James, I was wondering if I could stay at your crib. Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work, LeBron replies. Oh, LeBron, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Maybe if you got rid of that ass haircut you got, maybe you'd get some bitches on your dick. LeBron then picked up Los by the collar and threw him off his residence. From then on, Los officially recognized LeBron as the 2nd best player in the NBA. He acknowledged that all of his rings were Mickey Mouse rings and JJ Barea was his dad. The end. Dude, see, the thing is, it's like, bro, I don't even know, like, how do we crown a winner from this? Like, we've read 2, they've both been equally amazing. Actually, Abel's, I don't know about yours actually, but what the fuck? Let's go. Los fanfiction. I walked outside my house and there he was. I gazed into his bright blue eyes and he glanced into mine. He turned away, but I was determined to make my appearance known. It was Lewis. See, I have been obsessed with the man called LosPollosTV by his fans for months. No, years. The moment I laid my eyes on him, I knew he was the one. But through all of the DMs, Ask Loses, etc., I felt invisible. As if he didn't even know I existed. Once he actually saw me though, I knew he would be mine. I spent hours and hours contacting local residents, police, phone books in New Jersey, and finally discovered his address. I had recently been fired from my job as a barista, so I had mobility in where I could live. There was an open house 3 doors down, and the second it went up, I took out a loan to purchase it. I studied his stream schedule, sleep schedule, exercise schedule to find his most vulnerable moment where he could not resist me. He had recently tweeted about getting Burger King, and I knew this was the time. I followed his car pulling up, and we finally connected. The second I saw him, I knew this whole journey was worth it. He stood 5 feet 6 inches tall, the perfect height. He had big, succulent tits that would be magnificent to suck on. And best of all, his calves made me almost cream my pants immediately. When he turned away, I screamed, "Wait, mister, I have some of your mail." He was confused. I had stolen a Funko Pop from his mailbox to accelerate this encounter. He came over, and I could tell his affection for me was the same as mine towards him. As he walked over, I became more and more horny. When he arrived, the musk that he attained was magnificent. When he started talking to me, thanking me, I could smell his breath. It smelled like onions, but that didn't matter to me. I offered him to come inside my home for some banana bread. He accepted my invitation hesitantly. As he walked in, he began commenting on how it was a coincidence that my house had many of his favorite things. I had Kobe Bryant posters, Drake posters, LeBron posters, and last but not least, a signed portrait from the whole cast of Jersey Shore. This was all a part of my ruse. I handed him a piece of bread, and before he could take a bite, I leaned in for a kiss. He leaned back and things became erotic. He took off my shirt, I took off his, and we headed to the living room couch. He asked, should I stick it in? And I nodded. He pulled down his pants and dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? After we were done, he told me he had fun, but he couldn't do this again. But no, I couldn't let anyone get that feeling I just had. I need to be the only one, so I told him to wait, gave him some water, and he was knocked out. I took a knife and... Oh my god! No! Oh my god! 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 I'm not reading that. I'm literally not reading that. I'm not reading the end of that. That was fucking horrific. Alright, next. LeBron's police report. The sun shone into my face, indicating that it was time for me to wake up. I groaned. I just wanted a few more minutes to sleep. Well, actually, a few more hours to sleep. To get the sun out of my face, I turned over, too lazy to get up and close the curtains. But I heard a weird noise as I shifted, forcing my eyes to open and making me jolt up in my bed. Except, it wasn't my bed. I looked around the room. Where the hell am I and what the hell happened? I went to get up and noticed that there was a shackle around my left ankle and fluffy pink cuffs around my wrist. So that's where the metal sound came from. I took deep breaths. Don't panic. Panicking makes everything worse. I saw a flashing light in the corner of the bedroom. Obviously, a camera was recording me. As soon as I made eye contact with the camera, the curtains ferociously shut. A lamp's light flooded the room. A figure appeared in the same corner where the camera was placed. The figure was what it seemed to be a male who was very short, 4 foot something, and had a black Snipe Squad hoodie on, the hoodie covering his eyes. He coldly smirked, "You're finally awake, LeBron," or should I say daddy. Wait, the voice sounds familiar. That accent sounds familiar. It can't be him, could it? Who are you? I'm pretty sure you know who I am. The light shut off. I now have a gaping... Okay. I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what the fuck that was, bro. All right, next from No Limit Meso. Here we go. Los Fanfiction, The Polos Chronicles, series by Mason, episode 1, The Family. Okay. A hooded man is seated at the bar. Next to him sits a towering boy, and behind them stands an older man. I recognize all 3 of them, Los, Juke, and Dad of the Polos crime family. Airing from their motherland, Italy, my people on the streets tell me that Los is taking over the family business and that he is now the man to go for whatever you need in this city. I was nervous to approach the Don, but my niece has been really sick lately and I need the money for medical bills. I made it past the security team, the notorious specific, a gargantuan friendly giant who was known for settling his scores with his mind rather than his muscle. And Kobe 0802, a short man known for his quick wit with endless connections to the hood. I sat next to Los and said, I need in. You know money's tight and I got bills to pay. You got a job for me? Los shoved me away. He received hundreds of these requests a week. Hear me out, I said. It's for my niece. Before I had a chance to finish, I was cut off by Dad. Family is everything, he said. You really about family, kid? I nodded, and Dad then gave Los an assured look, telling him that I could be trusted. If you really want in, Los said. These were the first words that he had spoken since I sat down. He removed his aviators and told me, you'll know what I need. I looked around the bar. All eyes were now trained on me and only me. I turned to the bartender. Hey, how much for a claw, Senator? Wait, Senate? Wait, what? Did I read that wrong? Senator? I don't, is this like a normal thing? I'm confused. Senator? I asked confidently, 4 swag bucks. See, you know what? If you had said wet puss, that would have made a lot more sense than saying 4 swag bucks. I'm just saying. He replied back, due to the Polos' domination of the city, they created their own currency. This left less paper trails and allowed for their money to move exactly how they wanted it. All right, I replied, staring Los in the eyes. I'll get 4 of those. Los cracked open his claw and took a sip. Follow me, he said, and signaled toward the Polos Lounge. Polos Lounge, a VIP section of the bar that only members of the family got to enter. Los stood polishing a handgun briefly. I have one job for you. He handed me the pistol and 2 files. Oh my god. My god. What the hell is this, bro? Alright, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? This is getting out of control. This is getting out of control, bro. Okay, here we go. The dream. There was a young man from New Jersey who went by the name of Lewis. His one dream in life was to play in the NBA and make his childhood dreams become a reality. The only issue with this was the fact that he was a measly 5'6" with a 15-inch vertical. That's literally not true, but his lack of physical attributes and athleticism held him back his entire life as he became accustomed to superior players pinning his shit against the glass. I'm 5'9" and a half, 5'10" with shoes, in case you didn't know. After 3 years of trying and failing to make the team, Lewis was starting to lose hope. His love for basketball was dying, and he lost belief in himself. This would all change during his senior year of high school, where Lewis would meet his idol while shooting around his local park. LeBron James stood before an amazed and inconsolable Lewis, and he did something that would change his life forever. He gave him a kiss on the lips, which woke up the beast within Lewis. His determination and motivation were now at an all-time high. After the life-changing kiss, Lewis made the team and averaged 28 points per game. His amazing senior season came with a major reward as he went to receive an offer from Duke. The hype was minimal, but the kiss had restored the long-lost confidence Lewis once had. After shutting up the doubters and winning a national championship, he shocked the world and declared for the draft. Most experts had Lewis going undrafted, but he still believed that there was a chance he would hear his name called. Then, when it seemed that all hope was lost, the Miami Heat selected Lewis with the final pick in the draft. Lewis was overjoyed and couldn't believe that he was going to play for his favorite team, Cat. He worked hard during the preseason, somehow made the regular season roster. The first game of the season would be against his idol LeBron James and his Lakers. In the second quarter, Lewis made his first appearance. He was nervous but ready to make an impact. His moment arrived when he stood in the paint waiting to take a charge from his idol. As LeBron flew through the air and Lewis was in shock and ended up getting viciously dunked on, as he laid on the ground, LeBron's ball sweat dripped onto his face and he received yet another kiss from LeBron. The embarrassment was too much and he retired. All right, dude. All right, bro. Let's get to some fun. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck is this? All right, this one is called Los and Specific Old Friends Turned Steamy. When Lewis's best friend William, aka Specific, was drafted into World War III, he was devastated. Not only was he losing his video game rival and Rust enemy, but he was losing his best friend. William, on the other hand, was terrified. He was being shipped across the world into a world war that was being waged by the fast food powerhouses of the world, McDonald's and Burger King. A few months later, William was forced in a battle off the shore of Australia in the famed Battle of the Cheesy Tots. Burger King was victorious and the end of the war was in sight. William had played a key part in the war efforts, racking up nearly 200 kills and becoming very famous for a sniper shot that had been dubbed the War Ended. William killed Ronald McDonald during this battle, leading to a lack of leadership within the opposition and the ultimate downfall of the communist McDonald's. Specific had become a war hero and was very happy to be coming back to the United States. Upon hearing that his friend was due back from war, Los had started to prepare a surprise for his old buddy. When Specific returned from the war in Australia, Los greeted him with a tight hug. Unfortunately, feeling Specific's large bulge pushing on him during the hug, Los played it off and didn't think much of it at the moment. Los told Specific that he wanted to take a mini vacation to New York City with him and catch up on all the time they had missed out on together. Specific agreed, and a few days later, the two friends were off to New York for a night of fun. Specific and Los took on the town when nightfall hit, starting off at a few bars with a few strong drinks. After a few wet pussies ordered by Los himself, he started to feel a bit frisky. Thinking back on that tight hug and large bulge Specific was packing upon the return from war, Los slipped a Viagra into Specific's drink. After a few more shots, Los and Specific stumbled out of the bar and called for a cab. Specific started to feel a bit odd with a newfound blood flow to his meat stick down under. It was all going according to Los's plan. The two drunkenly got into the cab, with Specific becoming 100% rock hard due to the Viagra. Los had slipped him. Bro, should I shut this off? Due to the lack of pussy Specific had gotten while serving in war, Los's juicy ass had suddenly become much more attractive. Specific slipped the cab driver a 20 and told him to plug his ears. With a Viagra-fueled hard-on that Los had provided Specific, the two started to sloppily make out in the back of the cab. Los quickly slipped his hands, but dude, I'm not reading this. This is fucking disturbing. I'm never gonna look at Specific the same. I'm never looking at him the same, dude. I'm not reading this. This is gonna ruin my friendship. The two ended up rolling out of the cab and behind a dumpster where Los and Specific turned pegging each other. Oh my God, I just got lightheaded. Holy shit. They okay, I'm not reading that. The following morning, Los woke up and Specific was gone. Los looked down to see a rip where his dick had attached to his shaft. He screamed in pain. In the following year, Specific was awarded a Medal of Honor for his war efforts during the Battle of Cheesy Tots and the eventual kill of Ronald McDonald. Los unfortunately had to have his cock amputated because of the tear and ultimate infection that he sustained during the Viagra-fueled fuck fest by the New York Times. Bro. Oh my god, dude, holy shit. Los does shortly after from a broken heart and cock, and the two friends' lovers never got to speak again. Via Los Poop in the Twitch chat. I'm crying, dude. I'm crying. This dude literally said a Viagra-fueled fuck fest. Well, I would expect nothing less from someone named Los Poop. So, okay, this one is from Jinja. Lewis and Bauer is the name of this one. Bauer just got off a long flight from Canada. He walks out the airline to a limousine. On the inside is leather, decorated with Snipe Squad logos. Bauer gets off at his destination. In his hand, lube, condoms, and a prostate massager. He walks up to the front door, knocks, and waits. He waits and waits and waits until suddenly he sees a large, short figure come up to the door. It's LosPollosTV. Los invites him into the Polos Palace. As soon as Bauer walks in, he is hit in the back of the head with a crowbar. He goes blank. He wakes up at around 10 p.m., handcuffed to a bed. This is what he always wanted. As he looks to his left, the mirror is gleaming ever so slightly. In the mirror is a reflection of his destiny. LosPollosTV's cock. Ginger, you're a sick fuck. Lewis, standing there with a sinister grin on his face, shoves his... Alright, oh my god! Dude, Ginger, I have to ban you in the chat. Lewis pulls out, he looks Bauer in the eyes, spits in his mouth. Alright, dude, oh my god, I'm not reading this. I'm actually not reading this. I thought we were gonna get some funny ones. I'm just disturbed by this now. I'm literally baffled and disturbed right now. Here we go, chat. Los fiction. After playing Rust with Los, we became close friends and realizes what a great guy. Oh wait, what the hell? Okay, we got some serious grammatical errors right now, Mike. Realize what a great guy Mike have is, and he proceeds to help him with other games he plays on stream. He eventually becomes best friends with Los, and after Corona clears up, he invites Mike Have to the Polos Palace in New Jersey. After spending time together, Los realizes that Mike Have is a great basketball player, and they create the Snipe Squad group. Mike, this is getting creepy. Where Los recruits Ovio Chenzo, Kobe 0802 Bauer. All right, yeah, now we know it's a fantasy. And other creators, but they leave out Marky next door for what he did in game. Marky then announces he's joining L-Hype. Marky's ambition in life is to take down Snipe Squad like he did on his stream when he took down the Polos Palace and the SS viewers and ruined a great stream. Los and Mike Have are quick to realize that Marky's trying to cancel them, and it's announced that L-Hype for Snipe Squad basketball event is happening and will be played at Staples Center. L-Hype stood no chance against a Mike Have 30-point triple-double, Los's 40-point game, and Ovio's dead-eye 3-point shooting. They take down the L-Hypers, and they go ahead and announce their retirement from hide-and-seek videos, expressing they are too old for that, and Marky next door is left with regret because this all started from a Rust server and killing people for gifted subs. Los proposes to Stepsis after the game in the middle of Staples Center in front of a sold-out crowd with SS in the stands going crazy. They get married, and Mike Have is invited by Los to be his best man with Raph, Ovio, and Chenzo. This is a little sad now. I'm getting sad. LeBron also sees the great game the duo has played and wants us both to sign with the Lakers. Mike Have and Los don the purple and gold and win 3 rings with LeBron. LeBron solidifies he's the greatest player of all time with the help of LosPollosTV and Mike Have. I mean, what a sensational story that was. Just absolutely. What a happy ending. All right, we're gonna end it on this because Nick is an actual writer, so let's just end it on this. All right, here we go. Los's big fun trip to the circus. Los wanted to surprise his girlfriend with a trip to the circus. She had never been before. He tried purchasing tickets online through SeatGeek, but there was an error on the website, something about insufficient funds. He called customer service thinking they could easily solve the issue, but after an hour of shouting back and forth, the representative on the other end of the phone finally lost his temper and threatened to remove Los's skull through his ass. And that was the end of that. Los decided the easy thing to do would just buy tickets once they arrived at the circus. On the morning of the next day, Los told his girlfriend about where they would be going, and she cried tears of joy, hugging him tightly. They drove to the circus in a frenzy of excited chatter, and when they got there, they were both wonderstruck at all the amazing critters and strange-looking clowns wandering around the premises. A great orange tent, striped with red and green, stood proudly in the middle of a vast field. In front of the tent, a long row of ticket booths, each manned by little men in straw hats. And all around were vendors and their colorful carts. They were selling candy, toys, memorabilia, and hot dogs. There was beer, ale, and wine. Los saw chocolate. What was, I don't know what that is. You see, this is where the vocabulary, I don't know what this is. Who's it's vanilla, whatchamacallits, and strawberry zousers. His girlfriend pointed to eclairs, fried Oreos, and something called Oreoed fries. They saw ice pops, ice cream, ice cubes, icicles, icy hot, and greatest of all, Los's favorite candy, the rubbery orange pieces of sponge called Circus peanuts. I actually like that candy, and people try to roast me for that. He spotted a stooped old vendor surrounded by every kind of snack and treat imaginable, and he approached at once. Los's girlfriend went off to pet a nearby giraffe, which was greeting visitors and nibbling hands. Hey, can I get some of those Circus peanuts? Los asked. Like, you know, the squishy orange ones? The old vendor behind the cart stared down at Los with a single, assessing eye. Suspiciously, the vendor's eye was the very same shade of blue as the logo on Los's sweatshirt. If Los hadn't been so disturbed by the glob of drool sliding down the vendor's chin, he might have also noticed the shadow of the Snipe Squad logo lingering in that tiny blue eye. Los's stomach growled, breaking him free from the old man's hypnotic gaze. I'm actually good, Los muttered and turned to walk away. A stone-hard hand fell on his shoulder and squeezed tightly. You want some peanuts? The vendor murmured, his breath hot and putrid as it hit Los's face. Oh, you'll get some peanuts. Get off, what the fuck? Los screamed, struggling. The vendor's grip was like iron. Bro, get the fuck off. And then the world went dark. Los woke up screaming, except that wasn't right. He wasn't screaming, not really. It was more of a heavy rolling groan, a kind of deep snort. Los tried evaluating himself, the state of his health and body, but everything felt weird. Immediately he noticed his sense of smell was much stronger. From the sharp, acrid stench of festering dung to the sweet, heady aroma of kettle corn and cotton candy, he could smell it all. He twitched his nose at the particular gross scent and then shrieked in fright. A great tentacle passed in front of his eyes. I know where this is going. He twitched his nose again, and there it was, the tentacle. Los tried to stand up and run away, but he just tumbled down awkwardly to the ground. The tentacle passed in front of Los's face again, and that was when he realized he had been transformed into a baby elephant. The tentacle was his trunk, and he didn't even have any peanuts. He was trapped in the back of a circus tent, and his girlfriend was out there all alone, probably enjoying the circus without him. He would have to break free and then find and destroy the old wizard that shapeshifted him, all as a baby elephant. Los groaned and started devising a plan. Bro, dude, is it cheating to just give Nick $100 right now? And then we give the first two stories you read just the second place and third? Yeah, Nick, we actually need a part 2 to that. That was a great story. Dude, I'm telling you, he literally is a writer. How do you concoct that? Like, how do you think of like, oh, dude, I like pictured that whole thing in my head. I'm not gonna lie. I pictured that whole story in my head.
Let's go till I die. T-U-B-B-Y, you know that my guy. Ain't no switching sides. Let's go till I die. Snipe Squad.